Oprah Winfrey is making a rare public appearance with Stedman Grahams out with her longtime partner for the 40th anniversary celebration of The Oprah Winfrey Show. During the event at Navy Pier in Chicago, the two spent quality time with former co-workers, and while the couple typically keep a low profile when it comes to their romance, would not have missed Oprah's special milestone for the world, celebration of The Oprah Winfrey Show. A true Chicago legend, Oprah has touched countless lives throughout the years.
Nearly 7 years. That's how long it's been since the world last saw Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham together in public. Not a wedding, not an award show, not even a holiday photo. 7 years of near-total silence on one of the most private long-term relationships in American celebrity history. Then, this past weekend, the two suddenly reappeared together in Chicago, and the reason behind it is even more meaningful than the reunion itself. Here's exactly what happened, and why this specific moment finally brought them back out together. Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham stepped out together at Chicago's Navy Pier for a reunion tied to the upcoming 40th anniversary of The Oprah Winfrey Show, which first premiered nationally in September 1986 and ran for 25 seasons before ending in 2011. The show reaches its official 40-year milestone on September 8th, and this gathering brought together former Harpo Studios staffers, producers, and crew to celebrate early, back in the city, where it all began. And this wasn't just any reunion dinner, it was hosted somewhere deeply personal. The event was held at Reunion, the Navy Pier restaurant owned by Chef Art Smith, Oprah's former personal chef, who went on to become a recurring presence on her show and one of her closest longtime friends. Smith spent years cooking for Winfrey behind the scenes before eventually stepping in front of the cameras himself, becoming a familiar face to viewers well beyond his original role in her kitchen. That history is exactly why hosting this particular reunion carried extra weight. It wasn't just a convenient venue, it was a full-circle moment between two people whose working relationship turned into a genuine, decades-long friendship. In a video posted to the restaurant's Instagram, Oprah can be seen laughing alongside Smith and Graham as the two men hold up an enormous plate of fried chicken wings. "Hey, Art's fried chicken," she shouts, clearly delighted. Smith later wrote on Instagram that the team behind Reunion was filled with gratitude to host Oprah and the entire Harpo Studios crew, calling her a true Chicago legend who's touched countless lives, closing his post with a tribute to lasting friendships and the people who make Chicago special. But here's the detail that actually made headlines everywhere. Stedman was there too. For a couple famous for guarding their relationship from public view, that alone was the real story. Winfrey, 72, and Graham, 75, have been together since 1986, meaning this reunion quietly doubled as a 40-year relationship milestone as well, lining up almost perfectly with the show's own 40th anniversary. The two got engaged in the early 1990s, but ultimately chose never to marry, a decision Oprah has spoken about openly over the years as one that worked for their relationship rather than against it. And their last appearance together before this one wasn't recent at all. The couple was last seen publicly together at the grand opening of Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta back in October 2019, meaning this Navy Pier reunion marks their first joint public outing in almost 7 full years. In an era where most celebrity couples can't avoid the spotlight even if they tried, going nearly a decade without a single confirmed joint appearance is almost unheard of. To understand why that's such a big deal, it helps to understand just how different Oprah and Stedman's approach to fame has always been. Oprah built one of the most recognizable personal brands in American history, transforming The Oprah Winfrey Show into a cultural institution that ran for a quarter century and made her one of the most influential media figures alive, chairwoman and CEO of Harpo Productions, and later chairwoman of her own network. Graham, by contrast, has spent decades deliberately staying out of that spotlight, focused instead on his own career as an author and educator, rarely appearing alongside her at public events even at the height of her fame. That contrast is part of what's made their relationship so notable to outside observers for 40 years, running one half of the couple lives permanently in the public eye, while the other has spent just as many years choosing not to. So what did they actually look like stepping out after all this time? Fans couldn't stop talking about it. Oprah kept things casual and relaxed for the occasion, wearing a matching pinstriped set with white sneakers and sunglasses, a far more laid-back look than the polished, formal image most people associate with her. Multiple outlets covering the reunion also noted how healthy and svelte she appeared, something Oprah has been open about attributing to her renewed focus on her health and wellness in recent years. It's a topic she's spoken about candidly before, framing her physical transformation less as a cosmetic goal and more as something tied to feeling genuinely good in her own life at 72. Graham, meanwhile, looked every bit the part opposite her, dressed in a sharp black suit with a white button-down shirt and dress shoes, the kind of understated, classic look that's defined his rare public appearances for decades. One former producer's social media post ended up capturing the emotional weight of the night better than almost anything else. Jill Van Lokeren, who worked as a producer on the original show, documented the reunion on LinkedIn, sharing photos of Winfrey, Graham, and Smith together, and describing the night as filled with love and pure joy, expressing gratitude to Oprah for making it happen. That kind of reaction from someone who spent years working alongside her, not just admiring her from a distance, says a lot about why this reunion actually mattered beyond the surface-level headline of Oprah's rare appearance. Because at its core, this wasn't a red carpet moment or a calculated publicity stop. It was a group of people who spent 25 years building something genuinely meaningful together in Chicago, coming back to celebrate it in the same city. Surrounded by fried chicken, familiar faces, and one of the most enduring relationships in celebrity history quietly stepping back into view for a single night. No formal announcement, no big press rollout. Just Oprah, Stedman, old friends, and a plate of wings. And in a media landscape where almost every celebrity moment feels engineered for maximum attention. That's exactly what made this one feel different. Nobody was performing for the cameras. They were just genuinely happy to be back together, in the city where so much of their shared story actually started. And that's exactly why it hit as hard as it did, because after 7 years of near-total privacy, the moment they chose to step back into the spotlight wasn't for themselves. It was for the people and the place that built her career in the first place. So tell me, were you surprised it had actually been 7 years since we'd seen them together? Or did that timeline sneak up on you too? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know what part of this reunion stood out to you most. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more celebrity news and milestone moments as they happen. I'll see you in the next one.